Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's do this problem right here. This question is asking to find the power series representation for this function right here. This is e power minus x square cos x. Now to find this one, we are going to use these two information. So what we are going to do is we are going to find separately e power minus x square and cos x, sum of the terms. We find sum of the terms and then multiply them together, and that's going to give us the power series representation. So first thing, let's do this for e power negative x square. So to find few terms in e power negative x square, we have to find the power series representation first. So to find the power series representation, what we do is we are going to replace this x with negative x square. So this is going to be negative x square power n over n factorial, right? Now we can also write this one as sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity, and then we can move this negative 1 to the front. So this is going to be negative 1 power n and then x power 2n over n factorial. Now let's write few of the terms. So if I start with 0, negative 1 over 0 is going to be 1, and x power 0 is going to be 1, and 0 factorial is going to be 1. So the first term is going to be 1. And then second term, negative 1 power 1 is going to be negative 1. So we start with negative. And then x power 2 times 1, that's going to be x power 2. Yeah, so that's going to be x square, and over we are going to have 1 factorial. 1 factorial is 1, so we don't have to write it. Now let's look at the third term. Third term, we are going to have n is equal to 2. And if we plug n is equal to 2 for this one, this is going to be negative 1 square, that's going to be a plus value. So we put plus right here. And then x power 2 times 2 is going to be x power 4. And then 2 factorial is going to be just 2. So we put 2 in the denominator. So it goes like this. Now we have 3 terms for this. Now let's look at this one. So we have cos x right here, and we already have the power series representation. So here they are asking for the cos x. So we don't have to change anything. We just have to find some of the values for this cos representation. Now let's start with 0. So if I plug 0 for this one, again, this is going to be negative 1 power 0, that's going to be 1. X power 0 is 1. Then 2 power 0, so that's going to be 0 factorial. So the first term is going to be 1. Now let's look at the second term. If n is equal to 1, this is going to be negative value, because negative 1 power 1, that's going to be negative. And then x power 2 times 1, that's going to be x square and 2 factorial. Right? And the third term is going to be positive, because we are going to have 2. Negative 1 square is going to be positive. X 2 times 2, that's going to be x power 4 over 2 times 2 factorial, that's going to be 4 factorial. So it goes like this. Now we have some of the terms, and let's see how we can use this to find this expression. Now all we have to do is multiply these terms together. So the main terms is e power minus x square cos x. That's what we are trying to find. So to find that one out, we take e power minus x square. So let's say 1 minus x square plus x square x power 4 over 2. We found that one already. And then we take this cos x values. So that's going to be 1 minus x square over 2 factorial, that's going to be 2. And then x power 4 over 4 factorial. So 4 factorial is going to be 4 times 3 times 2, that's going to be 24. 4 times, so 12 times 2, that's going to be 24. And it goes on like this. Now let's multiply this one. So if I multiply 1 with this one, 1 times 1 is going to be 1. 1 time negative x square over 2, negative x square 2. And 1 time x power 4 over 24, that's going to be x power 4 over 24. And then let's do for the next term. So we have x square. So let's do it for just. So if I start with 1, 1 time 1 1 x square times x. So 1 time 1 is only 1, 1 time x square over 2 this one, and then if I start with the x square, negative x square, this is going to be plus x square over 4 plus x power 4 over 4. So instead of going for 3 terms, we can do for 2 terms. You can go for as many terms as you want. So all we have to do is like give some terms. So this is going to be the, if I start with negative x square, it's going to be negative x square first. That's going to be negative x square times 1 is going to be negative x square. So maybe I write one more term, x power, so one term x power 4 over 24, this is going to be x power 4 over 24. Then if I start with negative x square, this is going to be negative x square, and then negative x square times x square over 4, that's going to be positive x power 4 over 2, and then negative x square times x power 4, that's going to be negative x power 6 over 24, right? So it's gonna go like this. So that's gonna be the expression for e power minus x square cos x, and that's how we do this kind of problems. I hope you guys find this video helpful. See you next time.